So now I'll be going live.
Okay, then. Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm Asmita Mandasresta from Isatya and moderators for today's meetup. And a warm welcome to everyone in the Meetup 24 with the theme, Let's Discuss NFT. This Meetup 23 is organized by Isatya, Aldrumson Company, and Blockchain Foundation Nepal, and supported by Ecosystem Support Program and an Ethereum Foundation Initiative, CSIT Association of Nepal, Digital Notice, Prime IT Club, and Oskal IT Club. Isatya is a blockchain company in Nepal that specializes in developing blockchain-based products as well as consulting about blockchain technology through various blockchain sessions, technical series, as well as blockchain meetups like this one. Meanwhile, Blockchain Foundation Nepal is not for profit community that aims to create a blockchain ecosystem by supporting blockchain enthusiasts and blockchain innovations in Nepal. Likewise, the Ecosystem Support Program, which is one of our supportive partners, is a branch of the Ethereum Foundation, focused on supporting projects and entities within the greater Ethereum community throughout the world in order to provide the success and growth of the ecosystem. Similarly, Digital Notice Media Lab is a premier media agency offering a hub of top-notch media services for blockchain technology related platforms in India. CSIT Association of Nepal is a not-profitable social organization of CSIT students that acts as a bridge between the faculty, students, and the IT industries in Nepal, and helping the students to grow. As well as Prime IT Club is a student IT club dedicated to empowering IT knowledge. And lastly, this Oskal IT Club is a group of tech enthusiast students from Amrit campus who strive to learn and share the latest technologies such as blockchain. Now let's move to our meetup. Let's discuss NFT. The main mission of this meetup is to get familiar with the NFT and its overall introduction and its real-time use cases scenario in the whole world globally, to highlight the initiation as well as to get the proper knowledge from the industry expert. Isatya has themed this blockchain meetup 24 around this premises. We'll also keep the floor open for a healthy discussion at the end of the event. Before that, we have two speakers for our meetup, and we have separated 15 minutes for each speaker due to our time constraint. So each speaker will be provided 15 minutes time. And then after the 15 minutes, we have a networking session. And before that, if any question arises in your mind, please write them down in the chat box below, and we shall discuss it with the related speaker at the end of the meetup. And also to let you know about, since Zoom has a constraint of only 100 people, if you couldn't join us from our Zoom, please join us through our Isatya Facebook page. We are also going live through our Isatya Facebook page and visibly also shared by our supportive partners page. And there also will be, we shall be collecting the questions from the comments too. So without further ado, let's start our meetup with our first speaker, Mohammad Soeb. Mr. Soeb is the CEO and co-founder of Digital Notice Media Labs. He is an avid keynote speaker as well as blockchain instructor and enthusiast. Within over 4 years of experience in the field of blockchain, he has inspired, educated, and entertained a lot of our audience, and his audience quite enjoy his session. I hope you'll be enjoying us and all sharing knowledge about the NFT. So with this, I just want to welcome Mr. Soeb. So the floor is yours. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Thanks for being here. And I thank all the organizers of this meet for organizing this, and especially Satya for having me here as a speaker and giving me a chance to speak on today's topic, that's NFTs. That's one of the hot topics and happens to be one of my favorites one. So I think this type of meets are really important for the growing crypto community, and we should have such kind of meets in the future as well on various other topics. And we would like to say that we are always open to such kind of things. So coming straight to the point, as our host has already introduced me, I thank her for that. And so I'll be just talking about the introduction of NFTs, and I'll try to keep the things very simple. But if you still have any sort of questions by the end of my presentation, you could ask me whenever there is a question, when we'll be open for the question and answer. And I'm not, and I just already just said that I'll be keeping it very simple, because I know there will be a lot of you that who doesn't have any basic knowledge as well of what exactly NFTs are. So I will not be going into much technicalities. So I'll be sharing my screen, I'll be sharing my presentation. So hope we'll do that.
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay, fine. So talking about the introduction of NFTs. So when we are talking about NFTs, I guess most of you know that NFTs stands for non-fungible token. So we'll be talking about the fungible and the non-fungible thing later in the next slides. But talking about the very basic thing, what exactly an NFT is. So you must have heard on in various videos, you must have read on internet that NFTs are basically a special sort of digital assets, and they're unique. And what makes them unique is the technology known as blockchain technology. You must be aware of that. And these so-called NFTs are actually living on blockchain, and that's why they are unique. So blockchain is making them unique. So they have a value of because they are unique. So NFT could be anything. It could be an image, it could be a video, audio, and we've seen items in the video game. They're also NFT, and these are the few forms that we've already witnessed till today, and maybe in future we're going to see a lot more things that are going to be NFTs. So we are in a very early stage of NFTs, and if you're getting it into right now, this is going to be massive. I mean, this is going to be very, very, very huge field in the future, because when we are talking about metaverse, when we are talking about more gaming industries with earn to play kind of games, where NFT are going to rule the world. So coming to a bit technical side of the NFTs. So NFTs are basically cryptographic assets on blockchain with a unique identification code and metadata. So when we talk about the metadata is basically all the information like the name, the description, and the image itself, that's collectively known as metadata. And that too with a unique identification code makes it unique, and that helps it to distinguish it from other NFTs, that make it different from other NFTs present. So this is what NFTs is all about. So now let's getting down to what fungible and non-fungible means. So I would replace the word fungible with replaceable or interchangeable, or non-fungible with not replaceable or not interchangeable, to keep it very simple. So we take an example that, say for example, we have a book and we have a lot of copies that have been distributed around the world. So maybe you are in a different country, or even in a single country, you have a lot of copies of that particular book. So for example, if I bought this particular book for $10 at store A, and maybe in a country, whatever country, and my friend bought it for again $10 from store B. So both these books actually have the same value because they are identical books. They are the same copies. They have the same number of pages, same number of words. Absolutely everything is same in this. So this could be, so for example, as I told you that I purchased a book from store A and my friend bought a book from store B. Prices may vary, but of course they're not going to vary much depending from place to place and like store to store. But if I and my friend meets and we exchange our books, so that I would not matter. It would not matter to me because that particular book is exactly same what I'm taking from my friend. So both these copies of this book was similar. So we actually interchange it. So it doesn't matter. It was not a big deal. But say in case I get a chance to meet the author of this book itself, and I managed to get his autograph, I managed to get my copy signed by him. Now this becomes a unique book because it is a unique copy because it is actually signed by the author itself. Now the value of this book is not $10. It must be more than that because it is unique in itself. Now, if my friend wants to exchange his copy with mine, of course, I would mind that because now this book is not worth $10, but it would worth something more than that. And that I would decide because I am the owner of this particular book. So it's basically the ownership, and I am telling that the book is actually being signed, has been signed by the author itself. So I would be selling it for like $1,000 now, the same copy, or I would keep it as a unique thing with me. So this is what the fungible and non-fungible thing means. That fungible things are something that could be exchanged with each other. They have the same value. They're exactly the same. And non-fungible things are that every book has a unique, every non-fungible asset is unique in itself. It has a different information. It has a different value behind it. So I guess that was pretty much clear about it. So same is the case in the talk when we talk about the tokens thing. So when we talk about fungible tokens, so Bitcoin or Ether or any cryptocurrency where you see on the trading pairs, they are actually the fungible tokens. Like one Bitcoin is equal to another Bitcoin. So maybe I could give you one Bitcoin and you can send me one Bitcoin later on some other day. So they are going to be same. But in case of non-fungible things, this particular image is, these are two different NFTs and they have a different value behind it. We know that CryptoPunks are very famous one. They are pretty much expensive. So I want exchange this NFT with a regular NFT, which is not that valuable. So of course, maybe this NFT has a value of like $100. And this, we know that CryptoPunks was a very popular collection, so it may have a value of $1 million. So the value differs, and because of the uniqueness, because of the rarity. So all this matters. So this is, now I guess you all have a good understanding of what fungible and non-fungible means. So now understanding the metadata of what exactly the metadata is and how exactly it works. And so this slide is going to be a bit technical as compared to the other slides. So please be a little more attentive into it. So what exactly metadata means, as I already given you an overview, that metadata is the information about that particular NFT. So all the information like name, description, image itself, of course, is collectively known as metadata. So we have an image, we have its name, and we have a description. These are the three minimum things that we need to convert an image into a NFT. So description is optional, but there are a lot of marketplaces which actually require description. So it's you should keep in mind that whenever you are minting or you are creating an NFT, you should at least have the name and description, and of course image. It could be image or video, it could be anything. I mean, the asset, whatever you want to mint as an NFT. So this is collectively known as metadata. Now there should be a place where this metadata should be uploaded. Of course, we are not uploading it on blockchain, because blockchain, if you have some knowledge of blockchain, that we replicate things on blockchain. Every piece of data is being replicated on every single node. So there's no point of uploading thousands and thousands of NFTs, thousands of images, I mean, on blockchain, because there are going to be a lot of replications of that, and we need a whole lot of storage for that kind of thing. So we're not uploading images directly to the blockchain, but there should be a different place where we are going to upload this metadata. So we'll be uploading this image on IPFS. Now, what exactly is IPFS? If you can see, the full form is it's interplanetary file system, which is basically, in simple terms, if I explain you, it's a cloud storage. So you must have used services like Google Drive or Dropbox, G Drive, Dropbox. All these are cloud services, but there is a particular thing about it. These are centralized cloud storage systems. Means the data that you are uploading on Google Drive, the data you are uploading on Dropbox, that is going on to these, those servers are actually owned by these companies themselves. So when we talk about IPFS, it's a decentralized cloud storage, so no one owns it. So when we upload our metadata, or the image, when we upload our image with the name and description on IPFS, we get a hash out of it. Okay, so this is how the hash looks. And these IPFS services, there are a lot of service providers of this IPFS, like Pinata is one of them, and you can see that IPFS.io is another one. So there are a lot of other services as well present in the market, and they provide you a free service to some extent, of course. So Pinata is one of the free services that you can use to mint your own NFTs. So say, for example, we uploaded this metadata on pinata.com, and we created an account, and we got a hash out of it. And so this is how a URL looks where our that particular image is uploaded. So as you can see here, over here, the hash is included in it. Now what happens, we go to a minting website. Sorry. We go to a minting website. It could be anything like rarible.com or whatever it could be. It could be any platform. And on that minting website, what we do is we insert the data. We connect that minting website with our own wallet address. And when we add our, connect our wallet with that, then we are asked to upload the location of that, upload the name of that collection, the location, of course, this URL, we upload this, and that's how we mint it. We pay our gas fees, and that's how this particular hash is basically stored on blockchain. So it's not the metadata that we store on blockchain, but it's the hash of that particular metadata that we store on blockchain. And that's how normal image is converted into a NFT. So NFT, you could consider it as a container, as you can see over here. It's like a container for the digital certificate. So that digital certificate is basically nothing but the certificate of ownership, that particular address owns that, because this particular thing is actually saved in a smart contract. You must have heard about smart contracts. So this is how. So in this figure, as you can see, the name, the description, and the image are all metadata. And the owner of this this is being stored, the ownership certificate of ownership is being stored in this particular uh, contract, smart contract. So this is how, this is the digital certificate of ownership. So this is how the NFT thing works, how you convert a basic NFT into sorry, a basic image into a NFT. So I guess this was a pretty much technical for few of you, but I made it as simple as possible. So now, talking about the attributes of NFT. So we've already discussed that it should be unique. The NFT architecture describes how this token differs from the rest. As I already told you, the metadata is one of the most important thing, that the name should be different from others and the image should be different, of course. So all the things, that the description should be different. So these are all the things that are required to be unique before putting up something. So it's like a built-in certificate. We've already discussed in the last step that how this is how we prove the ownership, the certificate of ownership, that it belongs to me or it belongs to a particular address. Rarity, we've already discussed about it as well. So of course, to have a value, the thing should be like unique in itself. We've discussed the example of the book that I say, for example, I have a limited book that is only one single copy of that book was signed by the author itself, and then that is why it was unique, and that's why the price, the value of that particular book is much more as compared to all the other copies of that book. But if we take another example, if we take the example of Fred, say for example, that same author signed 6 of his copies by himself. He signed 6 of these copies by himself, but still there are so many copies of this. So now we can't say that this particular copy is unique, but because it has 5 more copies like it, but still these are rare out of all the collection, out of thousands of copies of that particular book. These are the only 6 rare pieces that has been signed by the author itself. So they are not unique because they have, I mean, 5 more copies of them, but they are rare. So again, uniqueness was one of the thing. Rarity is another thing, that they should be rare to have a value, higher value as compared to the other NFTs present on the blockchain. I guess you got it. Now that we know, as you can see that, and I guess most of you know that you cannot divide NFTs into smaller denominations. So for example, you can send Bitcoins in fraction to your friend, but you cannot send an NFT into like into fractions. You need to send the complete board app NFT to your friend. As you can see here, you cannot send 0.5 board NFT to your friend. So whenever you're transferring from one wallet to another wallet, or one address to another address, it has to be one complete NFT. But in case of fungible tokens, sending in fraction is possible. So this is what exactly we need to have about the NFT. Now let's talk about the use cases. So these are the few use cases that we have already witnessed till today. So what are basically how it's changing the world? Like if we talk about the art, artisans can have a proof of ownership. We've already discussed this, that how they're going to make their art and into, they can convert their piece of art into an NFT, and they can have a proof of ownership, and they can add a value to it because it's going to be the unique one. No one can copy it easily. And when you talk about collectibles, till today we've seen in the physical, if you talk about the physical world, we've seen people collecting stamps, coins, and etc. But with the help of NFTs, and we see the digitalization of the world, we'll see a lot more things to be added up into the list of collectibles, which NFTs had actually made it possible. Talking about the virtual assets, you can actually own virtual lands in virtual worlds. Decentraland is one of the project. Sandbox is another. They're doing a lot of things. You can have domain names, of course, and like .eth and .crypto are very famous one, and even you have .sol running on Solana, so you can own these domains over blockchain, and these are nothing but NFTs. And when we talk about gaming, so earlier we used to, in the past few years, we used to see that there were dummy currencies, dummy like there were so many items inside the game that was useless in the real world. But now you can actually own items. You can have ownership of items inside the games, and when you want to sell those to or transfer those to another user, another gamer, you can actually sell them to the other users. Means you own a asset inside a game, you have the certificate of ownership of that, you want to transfer it to another user, you can sell it. So you must have heard about games like Axie Infinity, where you own Axies, you can sell them, you can breed Axies, you can sell them, and you can earn money. So these type of games are known as earn to play to earn, sorry, play to earn games. And this is how these NFT things are changing the gaming world. And talking about these two, the virtual assets and the gaming. Virtual assets means in the VR, you must be knowing about metaverse. I guess these two are going to be the most and biggest use cases of like NFTs in the future. For now, we witnessed that the art collection and collectibles are the most use case, and the biggest use case right now. But in future, we are going to witness that virtual assets and the gaming sector is going to be the biggest use of NFTs. So I guess that was enough for the NFT thing. And if you have question, you can ask me by whenever the host allows you to ask me, put on those questions. So that's it. Thank you. Hope you liked it. And I hope I was simple enough about this.
Yeah, thank you so much. So it was quite interesting, and I am also clear about the NFT, which I was confused before on. So thank you so much for sharing your wonderful presentation, uh, making us familiar with the blockchain terminologies. Now it's time for our next speaker, and our next speaker is Sandesh Bisubarna. Mr. Sandesh is a cryptocurrency enthusiast and a tech expert. He is the co-founder of Wazir NFT Marketplace. His area of expertise lies in perfecting the user interface experience and technologies, and supports Wazir NFT Marketplace. So please allow me to welcome Mr. Sandesh. You can take over now.
Thank you, Ashmita. So even before I proceed, it was a wonderful presentation, man. Sure. So glad that you did it first, because you covered majority of the things.
Yeah.
So for me, there is nothing major left because you covered everything. So for me, what I'll do is I'll explain the viewers the NFT marketplace which I currently run. So let me just share my screen.
Sure.
So can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so we are WazirX, and WazirX is. Can you guys see my screen, or can you guys see even the Zoom screen as well? Ashmita?
We can just share the screen only.
Only screen, right? Okay, awesome. Because I can see the other thumbnails as well. So we are WazirX. We are India's largest and most trusted cryptocurrency platform, with the volume of almost like a $43 billion. So if I have to convert it into rupees, let me convert it into Indian rupees. So 43 billion is 1 billion is almost like 7,700 crores, 7,700 crores, and you got to multiply it by 43 times. So if you want to convert it into Nepalese rupees, it will be I think 1 rupee is almost like 0.63 Nepalese rupee. So it will be almost like 13,000 crores in like multiplied by 43 times. That's the volume we trade on the exchange side of it, and that's our parent company. And we have almost like 11 million users, and we are the fastest growing ones, and we are backed by Binance. Binance is world's one of the largest crypto exchange. And talking about WazirX NFT marketplace, which is led by me, and we are currently the South Asia's most trusted and the largest NFT marketplace. With we have more than 1,700 creators, because we are very kind of an exclusive marketplace right now, because it's been almost like 7 months since we launched this particular NFT marketplace, and we have sold more than 15,000 NFTs on our marketplace, even though the NFTs minted is almost like 26,000 NFTs minted, and 15,000 have been sold right now on our NFT marketplace. That makes it almost like 65% of the NFTs which have been already sold. So that's one of the largest percentage compared to any other marketplaces. And we have traded more than $1 million within a time span of 7 to 8 months. 8 months. And I don't think I need to talk about this. The WazirX NFT, sorry, what is NFT, because Shoaib has already spoken about it. So we are on Binance Smart Chain right now, because we are not on Ethereum. See, you guys know about blockchain, right? So we supported Binance Smart Chain because, first of all, we are a Binance company. And the second thing is that if you have to, our main major motto is to make sure the NFT ecosystem is accessible for every user, rather than only for the creme layers. Because if you mint an NFT, if you want to mint, when I say minting is converting your any content into NFT is called minting. So if you want to mint on Ethereum, you have to spend almost like $150, which is, if I convert it into Indian rupees, it is 8,000 rupees to mint an NFT. Okay. So a layman can't do that. A smaller creator can't do that. So our major motto was, we want to bring in everyone into the NFT ecosystem, so that we got into Binance Smart Chain, and the gas fee here is almost like $1. So any creator can mint it within 70 rupees or 50 rupees or 60 rupees their NFTs. Because see, we're in a very early stage right now, where in the future the blockchains will interact, right? You can, if there is an NFT residing on Ethereum, can be transferred into blockchain, Binance Smart Chain as well, or Polygon as well, right? So rather than making people directly use Ethereum right now, because it's way expensive for everyone, so we made sure that the NFTs are available in even other blockchains, so that it opens up the gate for everyone. Okay, so that's why we started with this, and we have been so far successful on achieving that. And NFT global trends. Okay, so this is a very old deck, and the last quarter is 10.7 billion in 2022, the last quarter. But right now, the daily trading volume of NFTs are in $1 billion. Okay, so I think in January itself, they clocked the entire ecosystem clocked more than $10 billion. So this is like a, yeah. So and these are some of the NFTs that have been sold on our NFT marketplace, which the maximum was almost like $10 to $15,000 USD on our NFT marketplace, and these are few of them. And we have experience, like I think even this particular segment Shoaib has already covered what can be an NFT. So we have explored art also, we have explored music also. Okay, so in our music, I'm not sure how many Indian audience are there. We have onboarded many of the celebrities from India, be it Divine, be it Gully Boy, be it Ritviz and Nuclear. There are many artists musicians who have dropped their NFTs, and you can just go and grab those NFTs directly from them. I doubt it is available directly to buy it from the artist, because it's already in the secondary market. And photography, we have onboarded. We have devotional NFTs. We have AR, augmented reality based NFTs. We have ticketing. So in India, there is one of India's largest music festival is called Sunburn Film Festival. Sorry, not film, it's the music. So Sunburn Music Festival is India's one of the largest music festival. They have dropped their NFTs along with the ticketing as an utility on our marketplace. And there is a travel NFTs, and there is a poetry also. And there are plethora of use cases which we have experimented. But art and music are one of the segments that's running better than any other NFT use cases. And I don't think, yeah, this has been already, I don't think, yeah, Soeb has spoken about this. But why NFTs are a very good investment is, and what it gets for the creators. See, there are two ecosystem users. One is creators and the other one is collectors. Okay, so for creators, why NFTs opened up a new income stream is because, see, what used to happen back then with creators is that, let's say I used to I'm a painter, and I make a painting and I sell it to, let's say, Shoaib, okay, for $100. Okay, now Shoaib, what he does is that he sells it to some other international international buyer for, let's say, 10,000 USD, $10,000. But me as a creator, I should receive a royalty, right? Because I as a creator have created it, right? So this particular thing was missing back then. Okay, so now what happens, what the NFT brought in, the NFT brought in justice for the creators, where what it did is that whenever you're minting an NFT, you can assign a royalty. Okay, let's say when I sold that NFT to Shoaib, I have on the blockchain, on the smart contract, I've mentioned that I need to receive 10% royalty every time whenever there is a resale. So whenever Shoaib sells that NFT for $10,000, I get the 10% cut, because I'm the creator and I created it and I need to receive the royalty. Okay, so this is one of the benefits that NFTs brought in. And the second thing is that the ownership. Okay, so people can view the ownership, who's the creator, who's the actual creator, and that's what the NFT brought in. And the third thing is that back then the creators used to use the galleries or the museums to showcase their artwork, and these museums and the galleries used to take up almost like 40 to 50% of the commission from the sale that they used to do. But now, because of NFT, right, it is peer-to-peer. So we as a marketplace, we connect creators and collectors, and we take a very nominal charge. Okay, so so that became, even that particular way. So this has created a better justice for the creators, the NFT ecosystem. But on top of that, collectors. Okay, the best part for the collectors is that they can trade it. NFTs are tradable, and you can see that. And I will show you the monetary benefits what our collectors in our platform have done it on our marketplace. Okay, I'll show you in a while. And see, this is where, like, you can see on the left side, on the secondary market is where a collector resells it. Okay, so see, one person, the collector ASMGKR has bought it for 21 WRX, and he sold it for 422 WRX. Okay, so he has made a profit of almost like 3,000% on an NFT within few days. Okay, so yeah. So these are the NFTs that people have bought. These are very smaller amount that we have put out, because there has been even more bigger value NFTs have been sold. So I just wanted to show you that NFTs can be tradable. Okay, and that's what people are doing right now. And on top of that, see, in our NFT marketplace, there was a creator who lost his job because of the lockdown, and he did not even have a job. And later, because of the NFT, his bread and butter is NFTs, and that's the video which I'm going to show you next. I'm not sure whether the audio is audible. Let me just show that.
The audio is not audible. We can only see the screen.
Okay, cool. I'll share this video later then. And
sure, we'll just share the video with our audience along with a thank you mail.
Okay, awesome. So yeah, so from our side, we as a marketplace have launched many of the bigger celebrities and major brands on our NFT marketplace. And yeah, that's it from my side. I would want you guys to ask me questions so that I can answer. I think majority of the things have been answered, like presented by Shoaib. He has covered major of the stuff. So if you have any queries, feel free to ask, and and all the IPFS related stuff, all the tech related stuff, and all the NFT related stuff, I keep on tweeting because that's where I belong. And you can find all those tweets on my Twitter. If you're on Twitter, you can just follow me. And thank you. Thank you, Ashmita.
Thank you, Sandesh, for your presentation. And we do have a question from our attendees. And the first question is from Raman Krisi. And the question is, I've also sent it to your message box also. What if somebody copies and clones the digital artwork from Wazir into other marketplace? So this question is for you.
Yeah, see, we have a very stringent community guidelines, and this entire community is managed by our community. So whenever someone does that, we usually get the report and we ask them to take it down from either one of the marketplaces. So it's many of, we have seen this particular instances, because many of the creators, they do not know that if you mint an NFT, if you create an NFT in one marketplace, they go and mint it on other marketplaces as well. But that doesn't boils down to the actual aspects of NFTs. So we as marketplaces, we usually ask them to take it down.
So thank you for your answer. We have next question from Samrat Khanal, and the question is, what is Wazirax token? Why don't we use BNB token? And why we do not use the BNB token to buy the artwork?
We are a multi-coin platform. So we are a multi-coin platform. So we support WRX also. We support BNB also. So you can buy NFTs using BNB or WRX.
Thanks for your answer. I think we have next question for Soeb, and the question is on NFT. What skills do we need to learn to create our own NFTs?
So you want to take up?
Yeah. Okay. You don't need any kind of like special skill for that. You could be a musician, you could be a artist, you should be good at anything. Like there are a lot of softwares available that you could come up with your own drawing and whatever. And there are even AI softwares available online where you could come up with an art and you can mint it on any of the platform as an NFT. So if you sing well, you can do that. You can put up even your own pictures, you can mint them as NFT. So you don't have it. It is up to you that what you need to, what you're good at and what you love, and you can actually mint it as NFT. Anything that has something, it is an NFT. It could be an NFT.
Yeah. Same question we do have. Can we sell our own selfies? And
absolutely, yeah, absolutely. You must have seen a news from an Indonesian guy that an Indonesian YouTuber. He was taking his picture from last 4 years and he sold them for like $1 million.
Okay, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, just to add on, Ashmita, see, those are the very rare cases.
Okay? Yeah.
So don't. Yeah. So people are selling even rocks and all. See, the thing is that the question is, how does a asset get a value? Okay. So it's a community of people, like let's say a meme token and all. These have a different tokenomics. Okay. A community of people decide that it has a value and they do it. Like let's say this is a very fundamental question most of the people ask. Like let's say why gold has a value. Okay. Like now imagine like 1,000 years back or 500 years back, a group of people might have figured out that the gold has a value, right? And nobody initially did not think about valuing it, right? And he might have sold it for 100 people, and those 100 people might have bought it for $1, right? And then when the community started expanding, when people started using those assets more and more, that started getting a value, right? So similarly, even on NFTs, currently a group of communities believing that it has a value. So even on this particular case, right, it's very rare case that your selfies might get sold for $1 million. But if you are really good at marketing and all, and if you're able to pull out some pretty good virality stunt, obviously you can even sell it for millions, because it's all about, many of the time it's all about how people perceive about perceive towards an asset class.
I think it's usually related to the acceptance of the users and the values for the NFT. So we do have the similar same case scenario. So let me just scroll us. Can the content in the NFT be deleted or modified? From the Kiran Dahal, this question is for, I think, both of you.
Okay.
Any one of you can answer.
Okay, I would like, once the thing is actually minted on blockchain, anything that's minted on blockchain that cannot be edited or modified. So that's what the purity of blockchain is actually. So no, it's a no.
Okay, thank you. So we do have a lot of questions. I'm just filtering it out. So I think it's question for Sandesh. So how was your NFT marketplace is different from Binance or any other NFT platform? Answer this.
See, Binance NFT is a centralized NFT marketplace. Okay, so we are a decentralized NFT marketplace. When I say centralized NFT marketplace, see, Binance has a humongous user base. Like I think in 100 more than 100 million people. I'm not sure. What they have done is that they have created a centralized marketplace where, like, if you buy a cryptocurrency, like buying an NFT on Binance is much easier because they hold the NFT. Means they can use the Binance wallet directly to buy an NFT. Okay, whereas our NFT marketplace is a decentralized marketplace. Like even on Binance, see, Binance has two exchanges. One is centralized, which is Binance.com, and Binance has a decentralized marketplace, which is Binance.org. I think org or DEX, I'm not sure. So we are a completely decentralized marketplace where if you want to buy an NFT, you need to have a wallet called as MetaMask or Trust Wallet, all those wallets. Okay, these are decentralized wallets. But if you want to buy an NFT on Binance, you don't even need to have this. You just need to have a Binance.com account. So that's the thing. Yeah, that's the difference.
So thank you. And I think we have next question from Soya. What are the other values, proposition, and use cases of NFT?
As we've already discussed in the presentation itself, that art is one of the collectibles, another thing. And apart from that, the upcoming use cases will be metaverse, that you will be able to own things in metaverse, and you need to have a ownership of that particular thing. Like talking about virtual lands in virtual reality, like projects like Decentraland. You can own a piece of land in that particular project. You can build something out of it, but you need to have a ownership of that thing. So that's how NFT is going to change the world. And again, the gaming sector, again, as I told you, that till now, till date, we have seen that we used to get dummy currencies in the game, when we bounty amounts, when we used to win a like a race in the car race game, and we used to own various assets in different games which were useless. But now NFTs and cryptocurrencies have made it possible that you could actually play a game, you could make a living out of it by earning things in the game. By owning things in the games, you can own assets, you can build assets. I've already given you an example of CryptoKitties. I've given you an example of Axie Infinity, where you can buy Axies, you can go and breed your Axies, and you can sell them even. So those are actually the assets which are inside the game, which were useless till today. But with the help of NFTs, it's very much possible that you can own them, you can sell them, and make actually living out of it. There are examples of a lot of people doing it. People in Philippines are making earning a lot out of it. So I mean, there are even more games coming into the scenario right now. Every single day a new game is launched, which is like where you can earn out of it. So metaverse and gaming industry are going to be the most biggest the use case of NFTs. But apart from that, let's see, because we are in a very early stage right now, let's see what else could be the new use cases, because every single day something new is actually coming into the market. So let's see, wait and see what else could be the more use cases of NFT.
I think we should wait for the future aspects. So I think we have next question, and this question is for Sandesh. What is the procedure to involve in this marketplace as a creator? Should we have to get some kind of account from any kind of broker or something like that?
So there are two ways you can become a creator on our NFT marketplace. One is creator referral. You need to get a referral from the creator. And other one is you need to fill a form and you need to fill out all the contents that you have already created. You need to show the proof that you are a creator even before NFT came in. Because what we have seen so far is that people find all the creators, people find it a way to make quick bucks, and they come and try to mint NFT, and that's not the right way to do it, because we are not providing justice for the actual creators. So what on the form, actually what you can do is, you can, if you are a creator, which, like, if you do not have any social media presence, but if you are a good artist, or if you are a good creator, you can create, like, you can even show the making of the video of your content, and you can upload it, even that particular thing. And if you're really a creator, then you usually get a creator access on our platform.
Thank you. And one of the very interesting question from our team, this is, I think it's for both of you, but it's not that much related also. In Nepal, since crypto is illegal, so we have a question from Hari Pandey that he wants to ask something. In Nepal, crypto is illegal. So if he mints some NFT, then what to do next? Placing an order to sell, or will it be an illegal act? Something like that. So can we do for that?
Yeah, okay. Well, I can't talk anything about Nepal, but what one thing could be done is that if there is a community in Nepal itself, which is an NFT loving community, and there are a lot of people in it, and if you have minted a NFT on any of the blockchain, I mean, so basically you are holding that NFT in your wallet, on your address actually. So you could transfer the NFT directly, rather than listing it on any marketplace. From your wallet, you can directly transfer it to your friend, and you can trade it over the counter. I mean, you can trade it on with the cash in the Nepalese rupees. So there is no crypto involved in that.
Yeah.
Of course, you will be paying gas fees for minting the NFT. So all that you have to go through that procedure. You need to own a little bit of crypto. I'm not sure that it's illegal or legal in Nepal. That's actually, I'm not the right person to say that thing, because I have no knowledge about it. But what the question about that, if you've minted something, you could sell it over the counter in that particular community. Someone can pay you cash, you can transfer that NFT to him. That's it.
Yeah, I think we have the same question. I think your answer replies to the question of how can I get actual money instead of getting digital currency if I sell NFT to our team, these projects on.
Yeah, this goes the same. Yeah, same answer.
Yeah.
The same.
Yeah, so we have next question too. Does all the collection of the CryptoPunks have same hash, meaning they are not unique but rare in collection? So he's just confused. Can you please clarify him? Does all collection from the CryptoPunks have some hash, meaning they are unique but rare in its collection, something like that?
Yeah, okay. Earlier back then, when the CryptoPunks collection was launched, so the only platform that was allowing you to mint NFTs was Ethereum. But now we've seen different platforms like Polygon, Avalanche. Everyone is allowing to mint NFTs over there. So back then, when we were minting NFTs over Ethereum, so there was an issue of gas fees, because Ethereum charges us a lot of gas fees. So minting like 10,000 different NFTs, one in a single go. I mean, So that was really expensive. So most of the projects that launched at that period of time, what they used to do, they created a code out of that they were like minting under one hash. So that was possible with the help of some coding thing. And that's how. So instead of like minting every single NFT by standalone, rather than they were minting it in batches. So that they need to go under some like custom coding for that. So that was the scenario to reduce the gas fees, because minting 10,000 NFTs and paying a fees of like Ethereum charges around $60 to $120 in gas fees. So minting every single time, that would have been very expensive back then. So a lot of projects actually did that thing, minting in batches. So they do have a sort of hash, but they do have different metadata. So different metadatas in a single hash.
Yeah. So just to add on, see, it's not a ERC-721 smart contract. See, NFTs are, if all our blockchain enthusiasts here, see, NFTs are minted on two smart contracts, two different smart contract standards. One is ERC-721, one is ERC-1155. Yeah. So ERC-721 is a fungible one, sorry, non-fungible one, where you have to, every NFTs are indivisible, like it's one unique NFT. Whereas ERC-1155 is, it will have versions, like if one NFT can be bought by multiple people. So it is fungible and non-fungible. Okay. But CryptoPunks are not ERC-721. Okay. So it's a different type of a smart contract that has been used. So that's why so it has a different type of a structure around it, and then people did a wrapping around it, and that's why it's a bit of a different. But whereas Bored Ape, right? Bored Apes, all the hashes are different.
Yeah, because when Bored Apes were launched, 1155 was available, and back then 721, when CryptoPunks was they were launching it, 721 was available.
Yeah, but I think I heard it is ERC-20 or something. It wasn't. It isn't ERC-721.
No. It was an ERC-721. They were trying to mint it on a native token. I mean, but Cardano did it. Yeah, Cardano was on a native token. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for all your answers and questions from our attendees also. And it was a great meetup and was quite interactive one, since we have a lot of blockchain enthusiasts for our meetup. And I think it's 5:03 also, and we are nearly at the end of the meetup. I hope you all enjoyed it as we did before organizing this meetup. And our whole team would like to thank our distinguished guest speaker, Soeb and Sandesh, for your valuable and precious time for our meetup. Once again, thank you so much. And we are equally thankful to all the blockchain enthusiast attendees for being here with us from an hour. And we also hope to see you in our next meetups too. If we have any extra more question, you can directly send an email to hello@esotte.io. We'd love to answer that from our speakers too. We'll ask the question from our speakers, and then answer will get back to you with the answers. And for seeing you in the next event, please stay connected with us through our social media platforms, which are mentioned below in the chat box by our teammates. And also, thank you for attending our next meetup. Please do like our Facebook page and other LinkedIn page also, because these are the places where we generally create the events and post their details. And also, you can follow me on the Twitter and the LinkedIn. And if you have any queries, please ask me about that for the blockchain technology. And I have also mentioned it on the chat box below. Meanwhile, I would also like to suggest our attendees for letting us know about the topics which you'd like to hear for our next meetup. We'll try to search related speakers just like Sandesh and Soeb for our next meetup to make it more interesting and informative one. And with this, I just want to wrap up today's meetup. Till then, have a great time and stay safe, stay happy, and stay healthy. Take care, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.